So guys, first of all, Happy New Year, 2020 first game of the year. How's it gone?
Well, it's gone to plan, hasn't it? We stopped the rot in terms of our last couple of results. You know what I mean? We've had two games where we've conceded 11 games in them times, and it was disappointing. It was hurt us. Do you know what I mean? But we've dusted ourselves down and we've come in and we've stopped that rot against a very good West Auckland side.
It wasn't even a minute into the game and we had our early chance there. Just thoughts on that? It should have been put to bed, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you can look back at half time when Andrew sort of read the score out. He actually classed it as 1-0 and then he realised and he went, yeah, it should have been. The answer to that was right. He should have definitely scored. But people make mistakes. It was early in the game. Has the chance come too early? But it was exactly what we set out to do. We said we were going to put pressure on early doors by pressing high, and that's what we done. It was literally from the kick-off. It was seconds rather than minutes, and just a shame. But on the other hand, that might have been far too early. We might have sat back and we wouldn't have worked as hard and pressed as hard as we did.
Yeah. So just looking at the first half, then it looks a lot of congestion, sort of in midfield. A lot of possession between both teams in that side as well. Yeah,
I think I've always said this. I think most games, unless you go behind early like we did at our concert, you find you're gauging each other and you're having a game of chess with each other and you're up against each other for 15-20 minutes. That's why a couple of times we've pushed Ollie higher up so he just goes and plays in like a number 10 position to keep out the waiver, because it's not Ollie's game winning headers and tackles, but today he proved us totally different. It was a little bit windy. He was winning his bits and winning his tackles and winning the ball and putting them in right areas, as were he had the two people beside him, Davy Vincent and Chris Truick. I thought they were excellent today as a midfield three.
And yet two new players on the park as well, one debut as well. How is it for them?
Yeah, well, obviously Bailey's played a couple of games. He's played in the last two, but it was his first start. No, sorry, he played against RCA, but we took him off early because he looked as if he tired and in an area. Today we took him off. It was a precaution because he got a book in early doors, and he just started getting a few little niggly fouls. Don't know if that's tiredness. I don't know if that's sort of maturity with him because he's only 18. But I thought he gives us a different dimension. He runs at people. He makes it hard. He makes it hard for defenders because he can come in off the right or he can come in off the left, and he's not frightened to swing his right foot even though he's left-footed. But yeah, he gives us a different dimension. And Ziggy on the other side, he was very much the same. But yeah, Brad Hurd up front, he ran his socks off. Couldn't ask for more. At the end of the day, that's his debut. I've tried for him twice already this season, mainly because of his work rate. He's got a lot to sort of work on in terms of his touch and his build-up player, but his work rate alone will cause a lot of defenders problems, and I think we'll prosper for that, for the hard work from him.
Just going into the second half then, the game kind of changed a little bit. There was a lot of chance between sort of West Auckland and ourselves as well.
Yeah, I mean, we had a few shots early doors in the second half, and then as the game grew on, maybe because we were really sort of trying hard and from the front we were grafting all over the park. Maybe we tired a little bit and we lost our discipline. James didn't have a save to make till probably, as you look around, about the 70th minute, but then he made 3 outstanding saves within the game, and you could say he's kept us in the game there. But on the other side, I think their keeper also made a few brave saves down to feet and thrown himself in front of things. So yeah, on a whole, I think chances wise, I think it was about a draw was right.
Yeah, so you're thinking the draw is fair. So just moving on to Wednesday then, Gisborne Town.
Yeah, it's always tough going down there. I haven't massively looked at sort of the last sort of few games that they've played. I will look into that over the next few days. But we've just got to rest up. We've got to be sensible. We'll have a training session in between that time just to regroup and get the lads back together and blow some of the, because we came into this after having a training session. But again, it's the new year and we need to start afresh, because look, me along with Taj and all the others, we've probably had a really good Christmas in terms of drink and food and things like that. But it's warranted and it's deserved, so the players do that. So we'll have a little loosener on sort of Monday, and we'll look forward to the game on Wednesday and see if we can get the 3 points this time.